Good morning, everybody. I kind of wanted to jump on here because this morning I woke up somewhat very empowered, but also there was this weird, like, okay, just gotta have to accept that. But it's weird. I've been having this back and forth battle with myself personally. I feel like this is going to be kind of like another update slash message for you all, but I just with my life personally, in the last few months, honestly, have been a roller coaster of God, just solidifying, at least to me, that He is real, and it's been really scary, honestly, very intense, and a lot emotionally. But I feel like I need to update people on the spiritual aspect of my life because that is like what I'm like really fighting for right now and really pushing in my life is my spirituality and my purpose. And because that was the one thing I was really striving for at Bible college was, to finally figure out what I was supposed to do here on earth for God. And I didn't get that. I got really disappointed. And so I had to heal. I had to really heal. And that was my awakening to spirituality. Spirituality isn't about performance. Spirituality isn't about being a leader. It's actually about putting your heart, your soul, and your emotions first, which I think people will be like, you're crazy, that's not spirituality. And it's like, no, I heard this actually the other day, which was perfect. Spirituality is a practice of practices. It's not a set goal. You can't just be like, I made it, I'm all spiritual. Yeah, no, that's not how God intended it to be, because God needed us to be humble. Like, He hates pride, He hates ego, because that's how Lucifer fell. Like, Lucifer was an angel, a wonderful angel, and he created music for God because he loved God so much. But because he wanted more attention, pride got in the way, and that's how he fell. And can you relate? Can you relate? Seriously, we all have had Lucifer moments. And those are the devil moments within us. Like, I feel like people don't understand spirituality because, again, they try to make it a goal, or they try to make it an achievement or something. Like, they add ego to it, and it doesn't work. And a little bit with my history, a lot of people said that I was prideful and egotistical and that I walked by the flesh. But every time I would do a sermon or something, or preach, or minister, I would always get, Becca, you speak from the heart. You speak directly from God's heart. And it's like, then why do I suffer so much from pride if I'm hearing God correctly? See, I'm still healing from a lot of betrayal that church people did to me. Betrayal of leading me astray from who I was really created to be. And I feel like that is a very big thing that the church isn't seeing. I feel like because there was a lot of people I went to Bible college that that didn't make it all the way 4 years. I made it 4 years, but I still have something to gain. But like, there was people that couldn't make it because of the pressure. There was kids there that folded into fear and gave into unhealthy coping mechanisms, and some of those coping mechanisms were against contract, and they had to leave. These people didn't get chances that they needed in order to feel like God really did care. Because, like myself, Portland Bible College was kind of the last resort to make sure that I wasn't screwed up. And Portland Bible College was wonderful, but it ended up leading me down a really bad path. And I got taken advantage of by one of their staff members. And I took responsibility for it when it wasn't my fault. Spirituality, and this is what God has taught me. If you can forgive, don't forget. Don't forget, because that is a boundary. That is a new boundary that someone cannot cross. I am thankful. This is spirituality. I am thankful for the man for taking advantage of me because I found my no. Can you say that? Can a true trauma victim say that? That is the whole point of spirituality, is to get to the point where our flesh, our soul, our emotions are not connected to what our circumstances are. Because us as a soul, as a human being, as a spiritual being, we're supposed to rise above it and heal our hearts so we can actually love those people. Love them so that they too can change into a pure, honorable being. Spirituality is purity at its utmost form. And I remember the fact that this is actually coming back to me. A lot of people in the church has perverted purity. Purity isn't about physical celibacy. Even in the Bible, it says, I will debate with anybody who comes at me, and I will spit every truth, because I have been in too many sexual sin programs to not come at you. But in the Bible, Paul never says that sex before marriage is sin. It's how you are responsible with it. Because it is a gift, right? And we're supposed to be responsible over gifts of God. But again, the church does not teach you how to be responsible or take responsibility. They enable your bad behaviors and tell you that you're a bad person. Now, with my personal life, because the church, I went to church plant after getting a lot of help and healing. And that was not a good decision. That was really poor discernment on my part, but I knew I had to because I was listening to God. See, here's the difference. When I listen to God, I shake. I start getting, my heart races. I'm just panicking. And so I know that's from God because it's fucking scary. Anything of God is like scary to me, but I know it's him because, it's like, you know, when you just have to step on the other side and it's gonna be better. That's kind of what it is for me. It's like taking that step of faith. It's freaking scary. Anyway, so church planted, right? And my life went into sheer chaos. Sheer chaos. When I moved back home to plant church, because I just thought it was so funny. I thought I could make a real impact, and God was saying I am, and I was going to, but not in the way I was, imagining. I was imagining being on my island for a few years and making a great impact. And complete opposite, honestly. I was getting really, really sick to my stomach. I was getting very nauseous with the vision that these pastors were having for their church, and I didn't know how to speak up about it, so I started just asking certain questions of like, why aren't we doing this instead of that? And they would just shut me down. And they really could not see my giftings or anything, and all they could tell me that I was an intercessor, and I was like, that's all you could pick up after 4 years of Bible college? That's fucking pathetic. I'm a prophet, I'm a healer. As my dean likes to say, I'm an administrative leader that can actually start a church on my own. That's my dean. The lack of belief you have in your people makes you not a good leader, and you should never be a pastor. If you cannot believe in a human soul and the potential of where they're going and actually uplift them and encourage them in the right ways and actually get to know them as a human, and so I apologize, I got a message. And so yeah, no. Lost my train of thought, you guys. Work came up. But yeah. You really can't be a pastor if you don't love people genuinely, and you need to put in the work, because there is so much. People are so broken today, and they don't even know how to heal themselves. Okay, so going home, got with somebody that I knew I was not supposed to be with, you guys. I knew I was not supposed to be with my ex-boyfriend, but God told me to. See, this is what's very confusing sometimes. Right? I get a vision of my husband 5 years ago. I find out his birthday. I find out a lot of things about this person. And I'm like, okay, we'll see if this person's real or not. No joke. Had visions of him and stuff like that. So I'm like determined. I'm like, I know where I'm going. This is what it looks like. Da, da, da. And I get with my ex, and I'm hearing God saying, you're going to be with him. You're going to be with him. Like, you're going to be together. And I'm just like, I'm so confused. Am I listening to God? Am I hearing God? I don't understand God. I lost faith. I lost faith because the moment I got with this person, because God said, no, he matters. He actually needs you. I found him. Oh God, I found my ex-boyfriend almost killing himself because he was people-pleasing and no one believed in him. Even the fucking pastors that lived right next to him. You're not pastors. I'm sorry, you're not pastors. Can I repeat? Repeat, you're not pastors. The fact that you thought you were pastors or could be is a fucking joke. So yeah, I was with this person for 3 years. And this person and I made it to Arizona. Like, it's just how my life has unfolded. I made it here to Arizona. And never thought I would move to Arizona, right? I always thought I was going to move to Australia. Literally, no joke. I moved to Arizona thinking I was going to move to Australia. They both start with A, people. So when I left that place and I drove down here and started my life, or was trying to start my life, I heard God so loud. And I hadn't heard God in a very long time. Probably, I was like striving to hear his voice through all the chaos and that I was going through back at home, and trying to believe that people still are good. But that was not in the islands. There is very few people that are good in the islands, but it's just hit or miss. And I came down here and people were so wonderful and so kind. Started going to church, but had the same situations happen to me. So I was like, sayonara, bye people. Thought you were my friends, but really, you're just following the fucking crowd. Like, ugh. So got hurt more. Really got let down more. And I'm like, God, is this real? Is this happening? Is my life ever gonna change? And it started to. It was starting to look good. But then one thing after another, my ex kicked me out and ended up on my own. Again. But this is where God came in. So, Evan, well, I said his name. So, my ex and I, we're not really on talking basis because of just how we are. This last time around with him, I just got so frantic. And because I've been healing so much, I'm like, I just can't have you in my life. And I really want you to. But you make me fucking crazy. And it's just the littlest things. And you didn't even do anything wrong. I just can't have you in my life. But, well, he did a lot of things wrong. But, a lot of things wrong. But because I listened to God and I was with him, I wouldn't have come down here. That is like the biggest thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for my ex, I would not be in Arizona. If I did not listen to God and say, go to him, and if I listened to those pastors, I would still be up in the islands, possibly. And I am so thankful. You cannot tell someone that their life is ungodly. Like, how dare you? How dare you have that fucking pride to think that someone is not godly? You're a demon. Like, literally. I don't appreciate that kind of character from a person. Be nicer. So yeah. So here's where God comes in massively. So Evan and I are like in separation, like we're trying to separate, we're trying to like, and here comes God bringing in this promise that he promised me a few years ago. And I'm in awe. Okay. So when I was face to face with this promise, you guys, I was like I saw a ghost. Like it was that, whoo, you're in front of me, this is happening, God is obviously fucking real. And he's making himself real. So in the last months, my spiritual eye, as people like to call it, but my soul and my spirit has been just on fire. Like I've just been so feeling a lot of emotions, feeling a lot of different energies, feeling a lot of just things that I have not felt ever in my life. And it's because I tangibly am facing one of my miracles, one of my promises, one of the prophetic words that God spoke to me directly. I can't even explain. I can't even explain what it's like, you guys. I can't even. I'm terrified. Like everything in me to my core is like, it's seeing something so good, something so real, and you're like, is I can't believe this is happening. Like, oh God, I can't even express it. This promise isn't in my possession, or like I don't even have it. But the fact that this promise is in my life right now, I don't know how to be a steward of it. I don't know how to be a steward of this promise, because it is a human being, and this human being has been through a lot in their life. And where I'm coming out of, it's like I feel like I'm this like gruffy like cut up warrior soldier that's just clumsy and like is gonna break everything because I'm just so exhausted from the battle. But I'm so excited because like it's right in front of me, but I can't have it because I have to mend myself. I have to heal. I have to rest. And when the right time comes, when I'm ready for it, it will come. And I really want to encourage people out there, because miracles, right? Like I keep feeling like this is our miracle year, because it's the love year, and God is going to show up like never before. Because it's happening to me. And this is the first time in my life I'm not listening to man. I don't have a mentor. I don't have a pastor. And I'm experiencing God outside of the church more than I ever did inside. I'm still in awe. I don't know what my days look like anymore, because I know that God is already like taking care of it. So it's like I'm waking up with this weird like, okay, I really can't decide what I'm doing today. I have completely submitted to the Holy Spirit, because you guys, this is when you know God is real. That's when the reverent fear, like that's when all respect and all, you're just like, I can't even express or explain how real God is. And it's so funny, because I am living in Arizona and not Australia, a lot of promises I got at college are coming to pass. And this promise that I'm facing right now, I've had a lot of perceptions about it since they have entered in my life. A lot of me wants to just go and grab it. But that is not living by the Spirit, and that's not spirituality. Because spirituality, you have your hands wide open. You're supposed to receive and not take. And it's been hard. It's been really hard because, I'm going through all the human nature, the ego, the pride of going through the fear, going through, wanting to possess and control everything. And I have to go within and look at that, as the church world says, sin is all negative intention. And if you think otherwise, then you need to really read your Bible. But I just want to encourage someone out there that God is going to reveal himself so powerful this year. Either that this year you're going to finally be established and believe fully in God, or you're not. That's kind of, I feel like that's what this is this year. So if I can spread any kind of encouragement or anything, or like hope, because it's happening in my life. Like, I have a home to myself, I have an amazing job, and God is just showing up like never before, taking care of me. He's bringing people in to take care of me like never before, because I'm finally able at a place of like, no, I can't control this anymore. Like, God, you obviously are real, and I need to stop doing it my way. And I've had to cut off a lot of people because of it, because I'm tired of hearing the negative voices, tired of hearing the lies and manipulation, because the only voice I want to hear is his. Because his voice is pure, his voice is good, his intentions are always for the good. Anyway, I love you guys. Message of the day. God is real, and you'll know through his promises. You'll know in your heart that God is real. And that's only up to you. Again, everyone perceives God differently, and I'm not here to tell anybody anything, because I honestly believe that God, the universe, it all ties into one. But again, it's your perceptions, and I'm not here to change that. I'm just here to let you know that there is a powerful being that loves you and cares and has done everything and will do everything to take care of you. You just have to trust him and honestly test him. He loves to be tested. He wants us to test his word. He wants us to test promises that come our way and stuff like that. He wants you to know he's real. That was for someone. So, have a good day, you guys, and be blessed, and connect with me. I love you guys. And comment below that miracles are real, if this is also what's happening in your life. But okay, you guys, have a good one.